we have seen some very impressive shooting, especially in the second half of the match.
Set number 1, and it's Lim Syhyeon to get this gold medal match underway, and straight into the center of the target. This could be a very telling arrow. Not bad, not a bad start from the 16-year-old.
So just looking at her shooting and also her past matches, it seems like Lim Syhyeon just doesn't really know what losing is. I think nobody's ever explained to her what that means or how you do that.
What a start, what a start. It's not bad, I mean, yes, the middle arrow.
There seems to be a bit more wind now than last end though. Last set rather.
Ruiz trailing by 2 set points, shoots fast and out to the right and into the 8. And all that's going to do is spur Lim Syhyeon on.
Again, it's not just the fact that she shoots a 10, but also the fact that there is wind there. And it's going from left to right and from right to left, and it's very difficult to grasp it. She just shot 4 10s in a row, so definitely has a grasp on it, I'd say.
Oh, what's going on? A 9.
Yeah, a little bit of proof that she's not a robot.
Well, maths is there for you to do. This set looks like it's gone as well for Ruiz. 29 following the 30 opening set and a 4-0 lead.
Not necessarily because she has less experience, because Lim is also relatively unexperienced, but I think there's just more on the line for her.
Well, Ruiz starts the 3rd set with a 10.
A little bit of wind on her. Doesn't care. You can feel a bit hopeless on the line if you're shooting against somebody who's just consistently hitting 10s, even though you're putting the pressure on. There can be moments where you're like, what else can I do than just keeping this level up?
Can't Lim hold her nerve here? There's a bit of pressure put on her. Yes, she can. Just seems to let the pressure wash over, or perhaps she's just ignoring absolutely everything. Got the ability to block it all out. Ruiz gets a 29, a very, very good score, but it does mean that this one can be taken. Is it going to be back-to-back gold medals? Is it going to be back-to-back 6-0 wins? A 29 for Lim, and that means the set points are shared. Which can only add to the conditions, the windy conditions. Set number 4, Angela Ruiz is on the scoreboard, but she needs to have a clear win in this one.
Oh, there's quite a lot of wind on that shot, but she manages to get it into the X-ring. And there's another one of those genuine smiles. And I think in the last match, this was one of those turning points where, because it was a bit stressful to shoot that arrow with little time, the nerves kind of dropped a bit. So it might happen now that she had that windy arrow.
Yeah, releases the pressure. 9. She's allowed 1 according to Chef Vandenberg. What does Lim Syhyeon say about it?
9.
Okay. So now, fancy a 10 is the order of the day for Angela Ruiz to stay in this match. She gets it, a 29, but
she did all she could at this point. I mean, let's be honest.
So, match point number 2 for Lim Syhyeon, a 10 for consecutive gold medals. It's another 9. and it is going to be a fifth set here, a 28. So a 30, 2 29s and a 28 from Lim. And Angela Ruiz not only did what she had to, she's done it and got the reward. We're going to get a fifth set here. Now it's all about whether she can continue that form, the Mexican, and whether there's some resilience left in Lim.
I think the heart rate of Angela here must be super high. I mean, just looking at her facial expressions, her body language, it's just her heart must be beating out of her chest at this point.
It's just the opposite on the other side, isn't it? Almost expressionless from Lim Syhyeon. She's just cool and in the moment.
Yeah, I think it partially has to do with the fact that in Korea, if you get to this level, you've probably shot hundreds, if not thousands of matches on the domestic circuit. And the domestic circuit, that's arguably a similar level as a World Cup. So she must have grown used to just shooting these high pressure matches.
Angela Ruiz has come from 4-0 down. She's still 5-3 down, but she's pushed this one into a fifth set. She gets it underway with a 10 as well. This is what she needs. And we have got a real match on our hands here. Lim Syhyeon on the line. Needs to maintain that cool, calm composure.
Impressive, or maybe lucky that arrow still hit the 9. I'm saying 9 because I think it hits the line.
Well, got it down for an 8 measure. That's another one that could tickle the line.
I think that doesn't hit the line, so it's...
So we've got an interesting one here. Ruiz has a 10, has to get a 10, and she does. So a 28 set. Now, a 9 may be enough, a 10 will confirm this. Match point number 3 for Lim.
9.
Puts it into the 9. Now,
if ever a judge was important.
That gives an extra place for qualification for the finals through ranking. It's time for the shoot-off for gold here in the recurve women's event. Lim Syhyeon from Korea shooting first.
9.
It's in the 9. If ever there was a chance for Angela Ruiz to do this, it's right now. Going through her process. Oh, she's drifted off to the left and out to the 8. She pushed it all the way to the end. She had an opportunity to kill this one off with a 10, but Lim Syhyeon maintains her 100% record in the 2 Hyundai Archery World Cup she's attended so far in her career. It was gold in Shanghai. It's gold again in Medellin.